Ladies and gentlemen, now listen. There comes a point in life when you realize that your time is not just time. Your energy is not just energy. Your attention is not just attention. They are currency. They are life force. They are the invisible threads stitching your future together. And if you keep spending them on anything and everything, on chaos, on guilt, on people who only show up when they need you, on conversations that go nowhere, on drama you didn't create, you will wake up one day with an exhausted spirit and a life that feels like it belongs to everyone but you. So today, I'm not here to give you a cute quote. I'm here to hand you a principle, a weapon, a shield, a blueprint. Protect your peace, protect your progress. Not later, not when you have more time, not when you finally feel ready, not when life stops being demanding. Now, because peace is not a decoration you hang on the wall after you finish suffering. Peace is a foundation you lay before you build anything worth keeping. And progress is not a sprint fueled by adrenaline, it is a long, holy walk fueled by boundaries. Let's speak with honesty. The world will take from you in small ways until you have nothing left in big ways. One extra favor, one extra yes, one more late night stress spiral. One more, it's fine. One more, I don't want to be difficult. One more, I'll handle it. One more, I'll respond right away. One more, I don't want to upset them. One more time, ignoring your gut. And then suddenly, your mind feels crowded. Your heart feels heavy. Your body feels tense. Your days feel blurred. You can't think clearly. You can't rest deeply. You can't love fully. Because you're living with the door to your spirit wide open, no gate, no guard, no boundary. I need you to hear this like it's being spoken directly into your bones. A life with no boundaries is a life with no breathing room. And if you can't breathe, you can't bloom. So let's talk about what boundaries are, what peace really means, what progress costs, and why protecting both is not selfish. It is survival. It is wisdom. It is maturity. It is power. Peace is not passive. Peace is practiced. Peace is not the absence of noise. Peace is the presence of self-respect. Peace is waking up and deciding that you will not donate your mind to anxiety. Peace is choosing to respond instead of react. Peace is refusing to let your mood be managed by someone else's instability. Peace is the courage to be misunderstood rather than drained. Some of you think peace is what happens when everyone around you finally behaves. But that day may never come. Because some people are committed to chaos. Some people are addicted to crisis. Some people feel most alive when there's tension in the room. Some people mistake peace for boredom because they've lived too long in storms. And if you wait for them to change before you protect your peace, you will be waiting while your nervous system collapses and your dreams collect dust. Peace is a choice, a daily choice, a sometimes hourly choice, a brave, stubborn choice. And peace requires this terrifying sentence: I am not available for what destroys me. Not available, not reachable, not negotiable. Peace is you learning that you don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. You don't have to answer every message immediately. You don't have to prove your heart to people who don't protect it. Peace is you accepting that no is a complete sentence even when your voice shakes. Peace is you understanding that your boundaries are not barriers to love. They are instructions for how to love you. Progress is not just motion. Progress is direction. Progress is not being busy. Progress is being aligned. You can run all day and still be in the same place if you're running in circles. You can be exhausted and still be avoiding what matters. You can be productive and still be disconnected from yourself. Progress is the invisible transformation that happens when you choose what is right over what is easy. Progress is saying, I won't keep returning to what broke me just because it's familiar. I won't keep feeding what's draining me just because I'm used to it. I won't keep shrinking to keep people comfortable. Progress is how you build a life that doesn't require you to escape from it. And that kind of progress demands boundaries, not because you're cold, but because you're committed. Because if you don't protect your progress, the world will interrupt it. A distraction disguised as an emergency will knock on your door. A person who misses your availability will try to reclaim it. An old habit will whisper, just one more time. And you need to be able to stand there, calm, clear, steady, and say, not today, not like that, not at that cost. That is discipline. That is self-leadership. That is growth. The uncomfortable truth. Boundaries reveal who benefits from your lack of them. When you begin to protect your peace and progress, you will feel something strange. At first, you might feel guilty, because guilt is what happens when you start living differently than the version of you people were used to controlling. You'll hear voices maybe from others, maybe from inside your own head. You're being selfish. You've changed. You're too sensitive. You're acting brand new. You're cold. You're difficult. But let me reframe that for you. Sometimes selfish is just what they call you when you stop being useful. Sometimes you've changed is what they say when you stop accepting what used to be normal. Sometimes too sensitive is what they say when you start honoring your emotional signals instead of silencing them. Listen carefully. Healthy people respect boundaries. Unhealthy people challenge them. Because boundaries don't just protect you from harm. Boundaries expose harm. Boundaries are like sunlight. They reveal what was hiding in the dark. And yes, it may hurt to see who resists your growth. But here's the truth that sets you free. If someone can only love you when you're exhausted, you are not in love, you are in a transaction. If someone only values you when you're available, they don't value you, they value your access. So don't fear the revelation. A boundary is a filter. It removes what cannot go where you're going. Protecting your peace means protecting your mind. Your mind is sacred. Your mind is the control center of your life. So protecting your peace is not just saying no to people. It's saying no to patterns, to thoughts, to environments, to habits that poison you slowly. It's recognizing that what you watch, what you listen to, what you repeatedly rehearse in your head, those things shape your inner world. You can't keep feeding your mind chaos and wonder why you feel restless. You can't keep consuming negativity and wonder why you feel heavy. You can't keep living in survival mode and wonder why you can't relax. Protecting your mind looks like this. You stop giving your attention to every rumor and every headline that hijacks your nervous system. You stop scrolling until you hate yourself. You stop comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. You stop replaying old conversations and rewriting history in your head, punishing yourself with should've and could've. Protecting your peace means you learn to guard your thoughts like a gatekeeper guards a kingdom. Because your mind is where your progress is born. No vision survives in a mind constantly on fire. Protecting your peace means protecting your emotions. Your emotions are not enemies. They are information. They tell you when something is safe, when something is wrong, when something needs attention. But many of us were taught to ignore them. We were taught to be strong, which often meant being silent. We were taught to be nice, which often meant having no limits. We were taught to be understanding, which often meant tolerating disrespect. And that training turns into self-betrayal. So protecting your peace emotionally means this. You stop explaining your pain to people who enjoy causing it. You stop giving second chances to someone who treats chances like disposable plates. You stop calling your intuition overthinking when it's actually your spirit trying to save you. You start saying, "That doesn't feel good to me. I'm not comfortable with that. I need a break. I need space. I'm not willing to discuss this in that tone. If you want access to me, you need to meet me with respect. And you don't say it with hatred. You say it with clarity. Because clarity is kindness to yourself. Protecting your progress means protecting your focus. Focus is a superpower. Focus is how dreams turn into plans, and plans turn into results, and results turn into a life you're proud of. But focus is fragile. It breaks when you scatter yourself. It breaks when you carry everyone. It breaks when you treat every message like an emergency. It breaks when you're addicted to being needed. Some of you are not failing because you're not talented. You're failing because you're constantly interrupted by people who don't respect your time. And you've been taught that being accessible is being loving. But let me tell you, being accessible is not the same as being loving. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself and your future is to be unavailable. Unavailable for drama. Unavailable for confusion. Unavailable for last-minute demands. Unavailable for emotional labor that no one returns. Protecting your progress means you start scheduling your life like your dreams matter. It means you stop letting other people's lack of planning become your problem. It means you start honoring your goals as commitments, not hobbies. Because the truth is, your future self is depending on your present boundaries. Boundaries are not about control. They are about commitment. A boundary is you saying, "This is what I'm committed to." Committed to your mental health. Committed to your healing. Committed to your growth. Committed to your peace. Committed to your future. And commitment is not loud. Commitment is consistent. It shows up in the small choices. You leave the conversation when it turns disrespectful. You stop answering calls that drain you. You stop entertaining people who only reach out when they need something. You stop making space for someone who refuses to make effort. You stop giving your best to environments that give you back anxiety. Here is the part people don't want to accept. You teach people how to treat you by what you tolerate, not by what you say, not by what you post, not by what you wish, by what you allow. And if you want a different life, you need different tolerances. The most powerful boundary is self-boundary. Yes, boundaries with others are important, but some of the greatest battles are internal. Because sometimes the person crossing your boundaries the most is you. You cross your own boundaries when you stay in situations that disrespect you because you fear being alone. You say yes when you're exhausted. You ignore your body's signals. You keep returning to what hurts you because it's familiar. You overwork to prove your worth. You keep postponing your healing because you think you'll deal with it later. So protecting your peace and progress means you set boundaries with your own impulses. You tell yourself, I won't abandon myself to please others. I won't chase what doesn't choose me. I won't sacrifice my rest for someone else's comfort. I won't keep performing strength while I'm breaking inside. That is self-respect. That is emotional maturity. That is power. The price of no boundaries is paid in your nervous system. You can pretend you're fine, but your body knows the truth. Your body keeps the receipts. If you live without boundaries, your nervous system is always on alert. Your heart races, your stomach tightens, your shoulders stay tense. Your sleep becomes shallow. Your patience becomes thin. Your joy becomes rare. And then you start calling it just stress. But it's not just stress. It's your body begging you to stop living in emergency mode. Boundaries calm the body. They tell your nervous system, we are safe now. They create space. And space is where healing happens. The myth. Boundaries push people away. The truth. Boundaries pull the right people closer. Some of you are scared to set boundaries because you're afraid people will leave. Let me offer you a perspective. If a boundary makes someone leave, they were never meant to stay in the version of your life you're building. If someone only remains close when you're overgiving, over-explaining, overextending, then their closeness was costing you too much. And I know that hurts. But you cannot build a peaceful life while holding on to people who thrive in your chaos. You cannot build progress while entertaining relationships that sabotage your consistency. You cannot heal while staying attached to what keeps reopening your wound. Boundaries don't repel love. Boundaries repel entitlement. Boundaries don't push away the right people. They reveal the wrong ones. And what a blessing that is. Let's get practical. What does protecting your peace look like? It looks like refusing to argue with someone committed to misunderstanding you. It looks like letting silence do the work of 1,000 explanations. It looks like walking away from almost and choosing what is aligned. It looks like saying, I'm not discussing this while we're emotional. I need time to think. I can't commit to that. That doesn't work for me. Please don't speak to me like that. If this continues, I'm leaving. I'm protecting my energy right now. And then you follow through. Because boundaries are not requests. Boundaries are conditions. A boundary is not, please stop. A boundary is, if you don't stop, here's what I will do. That's where your power is. Not in controlling them, in controlling your response. What does protecting your progress look like? It looks like choosing routine over random motivation. Motivation is beautiful, but it's unpredictable. Boundaries are reliable. Protecting your progress looks like blocking time for your goals and treating it like an appointment you can't break, saying no to invitations that derail your momentum, guarding your mornings from other people's chaos, keeping your vision private until it's strong enough to stand on its own, investing in relationships that nourish your growth instead of mocking it. Protecting your progress looks like you making decisions based on who you're becoming, not who you used to be, because you cannot reach a new life with old habits. You don't need permission to protect yourself. Some of you are waiting for permission, waiting for someone to understand, waiting for someone to approve, waiting for someone to say, yes, you deserve peace. But the world doesn't hand out permission slips for self-respect. You take it. You choose it. You claim it. Say this with me, quietly but firmly. I do not need permission to be healthy. I do not need permission to rest. I do not need permission to heal. I do not need permission to change. I do not need permission to protect my peace. I do not need permission to protect my progress. Boundaries are the language of self-worth. Here's a truth that will change the way you move. People with strong boundaries don't have more time. They have more self-respect. They are not less compassionate. They are not less kind. They are not less loving. They are simply done paying for love with suffering. They are done proving their worth by overextending. They are done sacrificing their mind to keep others comfortable. They understand this. Love without limits becomes self-abandonment. And you were not born to abandon yourself. You were born to become. Protect your peace, because your joy is sacred. Joy is not childish. Joy is not optional. Joy is strength. Joy is what reminds you that you are more than your responsibilities. Joy is a sign that you are alive, not just functioning. But joy cannot survive where you are constantly drained. Joy needs room. So protect your peace to protect your joy. Laugh without guilt. Rest without apology. Disconnect without fear. Say no without explaining your entire life story. And let your joy be proof that you've chosen yourself. Protect your progress, because your future is watching. Your future is not a fantasy. Your future is a direct result of the boundaries you set today. Every time you say no to what drains you, you say yes to what builds you. Every time you choose rest, you choose longevity. Every time you step away from chaos, you step toward clarity. Every time you stop chasing, you start attracting. Every time you enforce a boundary, you become the kind of person who can hold the life you want. Because the truth is, it's not enough to want a better life. You have to become a person with the boundaries to sustain it. A final charge. Protect what is precious, even if it costs you people. Some of you have been treating your peace like it's negotiable. It's not. Some of you have been treating your progress like it's optional. It's not. You only get one nervous system. You only get one mind. You only get one heart. You only get one life. Stop giving your best to what gives you back less. Stop bleeding to keep people comfortable. Stop calling self-betrayal love. Today, choose yourself. Choose the quiet strength of a boundary. Choose the steady power of consistency. Choose the bravery of being disliked by those who benefited from your silence. Choose the dignity of leaving what doesn't honor you. Choose the discipline of protecting your focus. Choose the sacred work of protecting your inner world. And when the guilt rises because it will remember this, guilt is not always a sign you're wrong. Sometimes guilt is just the sound of old conditioning cracking. Let it crack. Let it break. Let it fall off you. Because you are not here to be consumed. You are here to be cultivated. So stand tall. Guard your heart like it's holy. Guard your mind like it's a temple. Guard your time like it's treasure. Guard your energy like it's fire. And say it like a vow. I will protect my peace. I will protect my progress. I will not shrink for comfort. I will not stay where I am disrespected. I will not sacrifice my future for temporary approval. I will choose myself again and again until my life reflects it. Because peace is your right. Progress is your responsibility. And boundaries are the bridge between who you are and who you're becoming. Now go. Not angry, not bitter, not hard, but clear. Clear enough to walk away from what drains you. Strong enough to build what fulfills you. Brave enough to be loyal to your own becoming. Protect your peace. Protect your progress.